Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Eric Bush. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna go over a few things on my car. You know, I did everybody else's car, not everybody, but I have a lot of other people I want to interview. But go over my car. I want to maintenance my air suspension, show you guys what I do. Everybody does something different. You know, this is what I do. So let me get into it. The prettiest, I don't go to shows and pop or anything, so you know, it is what it is. So what I personally do is I use this air brake antifreeze. Obviously it's an air suspension, so it works well for it. So I hit it with this line right here, same thing as like a valve stem on a tire. And as you see, it's a little hole with a valve core. I'm gonna remove the valve core. You don't need much. You literally need like a cap full, cap and a half maybe. I just fill up the syringe with it. I take it and shove it into that line. It's gonna release all the air, obviously, but what I do is when I add air, it shoots it into the tank, and it pretty much coats the tank, coats the lines so you don't freeze. I am running 1/4-inch lines, as you see. I am running 1/4-inch lines, so you know, I do get nervous living in Connecticut. It is cold right now, maybe about 30 degrees outside. I do get, you know, a bit nervous just in case from the moisture that it will freeze. So it coats the lines. A lot of other people, I was told you could use rubbing alcohol for like cuts. I guess that works really well too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that very fast. I guess another good thing to do is I personally run, sorry, the compressors are on. I personally run a dual compressor. They always say that's good to run a dual compressor. God forbid you're somewhere and one of your compressors give out, you do have another compressor. So it was worth it investing into another compressor. I had a problem a couple weeks ago. It was chilly out and I did not have my back seats down. And what happened was I don't air down in the winter that much. And what happened was when I went to go air up with the remote, it was telling me like, the compressors were kicking on, but the remote wasn't taking, like it shows in the corner of how much air is in the tank, and they kept on saying on the bottom compressor's frozen. So now what I do is I just have the seats down and I just crank that heat, and it works very well. So that's another really good tip for you guys if you're running 3P any air suspension. You know, it's cold. So I do have the water trap kind of all jank right now. I do want to eventually take the compressor, put it up here, like a floating compressor. Maybe have have the tank up here, have the compressor, both compressors on each side. I know some people that put them behind this, but I just don't feel like it takes air in that well. So that's something I definitely want to do, is do that. I do like to set up like this. They always say you should have it on I guess a 90-degree angle, if you want to call that. The water will go in that also, and the water gets sucked into there. Each line is for the suspension, you know, front, rear, and then obviously for the water tank in this. So that's another good thing to know. I was telling you guys before, you know, my wires are just all kind of bunched up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So let me show you. I have no shame in my game. I do want to fix it, so this is what I'm dealing with right now. As you can see, this is kind of just everywhere. I do want to make that up a lot better. I had to drill a couple holes for the lines, but I did put some kind of like silicone around. Going over some of the mods I have inside, nothing crazy inside. I do have the K Tuner V2. I usually mount up about right here. I take it out for the winter because it's cold, you know. I just usually like seeing my, you know, air intake temperature, things like that, my air fuel ratios, and then I usually have the remote sitting right there. Nothing crazy on the inside. Like I said, it's my daily, so I don't want to overdo it to where it's not, like, you know, reliable or comfortable, because I kind of like it how it is. Eventually I do want to change out this carbon. You know, it came with this like kind of dry carbon. I don't even know what to call it, dry, whatever it is. I did add these little carbon accents, you know, give it a little nice touch. You know, got the lucky dada bill, yeah. That's with that. I do eventually want to get a short shifter or some kind of different shifter. I know a Acuity, I think I said that right, Acuity. They make awesome products for this car. The hybrid shifter or Acuity. I wanted the Acuity. You have the shifter, you can see the, you know, shifter, the nice purple in it, and you know, you want to show off. You're spending almost $500 on this whole shifter assembly, so I would like to do that. It's very chilly out here. I'm just getting over being sick. I still kind of feel like shit. A lot of people are sick. The wife is sick now. So now I'm going to show you a couple things I have done in the engine bay. On forward, I did go with the PRL short ram intake. Everybody says it's bad for heat soak. See the temperatures go up a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a fun car. It puts a smile on my face every single time I drive it. I did have a little problem right here. I don't know if you can see right in down here. I did have a little leakage going on, I believe by this solenoid, or I really don't know what this is to the transmission, but this was leaking. So what I did was I just took this off, popped this off, got some Honda Bond, and it was good to go. I did have a blow-off valve coming off the back side of the turbo that did come right here. I did eventually change that because I guess it wasn't really, I was losing boost. What it pretty much does is when you're in boost, switch a gear, it pretty much lets the excess air out. So I was just pretty much losing boost. So I did go with the HKS sequential blow-off valve that runs off more manifold pressure, and I absolutely love it. If you guys want to see an installment video on that, because everywhere I look I do not see no videos how to install it. I see videos how it sounds, but not how to install it. So comment below if you want to see a video on that. Here obviously I have the camber plates and the adjustments for camber off the air suspension struts. Did put a little like a gel on it to not make it rust. It looked like it was starting to get some little surface rust, but it is what it is. This is my harness to the air suspension. I did have to run it about like right behind here. I kind of drilled a hole. There was a hole, but it wasn't big enough, so I did have to drill a little hole. But now I'm having a problem to where when it rains or snows, my floor is getting wet and it's driving me absolutely insane. So I'm gonna have to diagnose that and see what's going on with that, because I don't like my floor getting wet and it's kind of getting annoying. So, but as you see, I ran it through here, comes up over here, boom. This is the fuse I keep on blowing. I don't know if I'm blowing the fuse is because I have the ground. I gotta find the ground, but I don't know if it's because I have the grounds, too many grounds in one, hooking it up to that ground right there. See if that works, but I'm pretty sure it was because I had a dead battery. So what happened was I went to go start my car and the compressors kicked on and my car was like dying out from the battery. So I shut it off immediately because I felt my car like dying out, and I think that's how I blew the fuse. But thank God, you know, I found it right away. It was like a 30 amp fuse. AutoZone had it for like $6, a couple of them. So I have a couple of those in my car just in case. Next time it happens, I will definitely change those grounds. I'm getting back to the HKS sequential blow-off valve, but this is the genuine HKS blow-off valve. So mounts right there. Comes with this new hose, comes with a bigger inlet tube for the throttle body, HKS, as you see. And then it comes with a you know, couple lines you got to run off the manifold. It comes with a filter, so eventually I want to change that filter out and do that. But I love the sound of it. I think I posted it in my first video. Comment below if you guys like the way it sounds. I personally love the way it sounds, and you can just tell it's the sound of the HKS. Going over the exhaust, I did have a few people ask me what kind of exhaust I'm running. So I went with a PRL catless cat all the way down to the, I guess they call it a mid pipe, whatever you want to call it. It kind of goes up and around your subframe, all the way back to the 3-tip titanium exhaust, NVIDIA. I absolutely love it. Sorry, it's really dirty right now. but I love it. It sounds perfect. I don't think it's too loud. I don't think it's too quiet. There is still, I believe, a resonator on it, but I'm keeping it as it is because I think it sounds perfect. As you see, I did switch over to my stock wheels. I did take the rims off. I do have 2 front snow tires, Blizzx Bridgestones. I absolutely love them. I also got them for my wife's car also. She has all 4, but I just only ran 2 in the front. Blizzx, they're very good. I would definitely recommend them. I already talked about the brakes and rotors. That's a whole different story. I'm kind of getting sick of them, so I'm gonna have to figure out something with that because, and I tried getting them warrantied out. When I try to get them warrantied out, the woman's like, oh, you got to go to a garage and have them write up why you think the rotors are bad. I'm like, you know, ma'am, I work for a dealership. I could tell you why they're bad. They shake at high speeds, braking off on ramps, like, you know, and I know that's warpage. And I literally bought them for the warranty, and they're like fighting me with the warranty. And it's probably, I did go with a cheap eBay lip, maybe like 70, 80 bucks. Literally the first like 2 days of having it, I did do a nice scuff like right here. So thank God. I really wanted the Greddy carbon one, but all the maintenance is currently up to date. I probably did about 3 transmission flushes, and I'm at about 83,000 miles. So I know that's a little absurd, but you take care of it, it takes care of you. I did the brake flush. I did a coolant flush. For in the summer, I used to have a kayak. Walk right down here. We had stairs. I mean, in the winter, there's big ice chunks that come, and it kind of took out the stairs, but we did have stairs going right into the water. I used to kayak down there, fish, but fish aren't stupid. This spot is so beat up that the fish look at you and they're not dumb, so I kind of gave up on that. So I went fishing about, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. Literally caught 1 bass. I was like, I'm trash at this. So if you guys want to see any fishing content, comment below. My buddies, actually the last video I just did with the H2B build, he's out in Florida right now. I kind of wish I could have gone, but I have a job. He's out in Florida right now with this crazy Honda event racing. So I'm gonna post a couple videos up right now, and this is what he sent me. So much cool stuff out there. Next year I could make it out there, and we kind of both, you know, have a project in store, and you know, time to have some fun. And he's a really cool dude, and I hope you guys enjoyed that video, because I think we're gonna soon have to do a couple other things to that motor. So I know he wants to pull it again to do a few other things, so I'm definitely gonna be showing a video of pulling that motor, and just the process. It should take us maybe about an hour max to pull the motor. There's nothing to it, so that's the best part about this. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below what else you guys like to see, and thank you for coming back and supporting me, and I really appreciate it. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content, and catch you on the next one. Bye guys.